Now time to get underway with our second senior road tax heat. It is Groups C versus D. Here is your starting grid. On pole position is going to be Kai Rilets. Alongside him, representing Germany, will be Austin Lee. Then it's an all-British row number 2, Kai Hunter and Ethan Jeffel. And I have to say, very many happy returns to Ethan's dad, Matthew, who's celebrating his birthday today. So happy birthday, buddy. Sean Butcher and Robbie Stoddart will line up on row number 3. Paul Fokwemin and Matthew Higgins, row 4. Matteo Pianizzola and Mika Barthélemy complete the top 10. Jort van Wijk, Devian Horst, Frederik Zebis, Kamal Murad, Fahin Mega, Zach Scowler, Paul Hamburg, Mario Sidler, Adam Valster and Kaz Boshouse round out the top 20. Bram Mossavarda, Christoph Zahler, Jack Webster, Jan Schultz, Jake Bezelbeck, Antoine Mahler, Anton Morsing, Alexander Sovinkos, Romans Rodinovs and Rafael Jesus round out the top 30. Karl Korenik, Andrea Kostic, Amanda Salonen, Sim Sepp, Ragnar Simmerland and Tristan Van Vliet round out the 36-strong grid. So once again, the red lights are ignited on the starting gantry. 7 minutes set on the timer plus an additional lap. So they are going to have to get into formation very, very quickly indeed. But it is the first full start of the day. So it's the first full start of the race meeting. We will have the drivers going around for another formation lap. They needed to be a little bit tighter on the formation before the lights went out, and no real surprise that it was going to be called as a full start, which meant that the green flags with the chevrons were going out. So we are under full course yellow conditions. It will be down to Kai Rilets and Austin Lee to control the pace on the rolling start, so they need to get into formation very, very soon indeed. And then the rest of the field needs to quickly get into formation. We did have quite a few stragglers at the rear of the field in order to facilitate that to happen. So now it looks like they're speeding up a little bit. Now they're being told by our race director, right, you need to get into formation now. Because there is another full start. There will be a red flag called. At least the top 20, well, pretty much everyone's nearly into formation. The red lights are back on the starting gantry. This time we are lights out and underway. Rilets leads the field into turns 1 and 2. Hunter right behind him. Austin Lee is hung out to dry around the outside. Sean Butcher's also through. Ethan Jeffel in 3rd position. So the outside line is a very difficult one to try and judge at the beginning of the start of any race. As a little bit of a sideways and all. We've had a moment there. Someone's off the track. That's Mario Sidler. Someone else was off. Also the 318. That was Antoine Mahler from France. Rilets has now just lost the lead to Kai Hunter. Butcher's gone around the outside of the 374 from Belgium, going through into turn 9. So Rilets finds himself in 4th place. So Matthew Higgins also looking to get on with the business at hand, as Rilets is really having to fight up a fight with everybody, and that includes Paul Fokwemin, who's just got through. And now the lead could be changing again. Yep, that's Ethan Jeffel up the inside of Kai Hunter. Sean Butcher looked to get through on the inside of him through turn 2 and on the run to turn 3. But the two-time senior champion from 2020 and 2021. Now running the 3.02. We have got a yellow flag situation that is down at turn number 10. So I can't see it from my commentary position exactly what's happened. So there has been an incident down there. Ethan Jeff Hall leads the quintet of drivers, which is rounded up by Francis Pulforquemin. So let's see if we can keep an eye on what exactly has happened. Well, the barrier has been slightly rearranged. There is a driver. So we got Kamal Murad and Jack Webster. Now the lead is going to change again because Sean Butcher's going to he nearly mugged the pair of both Kai Hunter and also Ethan Jeff Hall. So Hunter leads them into turns 1 and 2. Austin Lee is back in the fray. And Ethan Jeff Hall gets spat wide. Gets a bit of air, does Ethan Jeff Hall, out of turn number 2. Austin Lee gets through on Sean Butcher for second position through turn number 3 and 4. As there is Gilets up the inside, gets the switchback nicely, knows this circuit like the back of his hand, is the number 374 from Belgium. So it's not that easy at all. There's a bit of a train happening through turn 7. Too wide coming through out of that corner and out of that chicane and into turn number 8. But Kai Hunter leading the way. Had an interesting chat with Austin Lee's dad. Austin Lee's coach is Ed Brand, who has won the grand finals previously, and basically told Austin, are you ready for this? And Austin told him yes. So it is good to see that these youngsters that are making the moves up from juniors to seniors this season. Austin Lee has been racing around quite a few circuits, including PF International. There was a little bit of a slight touch there on someone sending it up the inside through into turn number 6. And Matthew Higgins has ended up at the back end of the field. So not a great one from the young man from Trafalgar in Wales, who is also running in Formula 4 in the United States these days. But the battle for the lead very much clearly on. Sean Butcher looking to try and get the slingshot. He's going to get it. He's going to look to the inside. Good defence there by Austin Lee, who now was trying to defend and attack all at the same time. When you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, you've got to make a decision. And Austin Lee was right up the exhaust pipe of Kai Hunter. But Sean Butcher looks up the inside of the 372 from Germany, gets through for second position. Pulforquemin is right behind him as well. Ethan Jeff Hall in 5th, Kai Gilets in 6th. And it's Robbie Stoddard, Jort van Wijk, Mika Barthélemy and Farin Mega. Now Farin Mega, bearing in mind he's had a couple of elbow operations. This is his first competitive race weekend back in preparation for next week's season opener at the Euro Trophy. Doing a pretty sterling, good job. Started 15th, now currently in 10th place. And now, as Kai Hunter's pulled the pin on the grade, they're squabbling like children at a playground behind him. Sean Butcher looks to the inside of Austin Lee again. Austin Lee tries to defend. And now there's Gilets behind Ethan Jeff Hall. Butcher gets through. And Ethan Jeff Hall keeps it pinned round the outside of his teammates at Strawberry Racing. And Ethan Jeff Hall was nearly 2 wheels on the grass. And that's opened the door for Kai Gilets. Tries to get through. Keeps it pinned round the outside of the 397. Forquemin and also Robbie Stoddard managed to go alongside the number 374 from Kraft Motorsport through out of turn 6, and Gilets loses 2 positions at that point. So Mika Barthélemy is going to be pretty much there. So is Farin Mega, spot in the background. Minute and 35 still to go. Gilets is starting to defend. And that was nearly 2 JJ teammates into 1. With Adam Valster right behind Farin Mega. Devian Ross is trying to get through. And it's 3 wide. And, whoever's stuck between the middle of Devian Ross and Kai Gilets obviously not very happy at the moment. That was a bit close there. Gilets had to avoid Devian Rost on that particular occasion coming in towards turn number 3. 60 seconds to go on the clock. Farin Mega now gets through. There's the 386. Mika Barthélemy got to the inside of Gilets, and then through goes Devian Host as well. So there's a lot of changing happening. So we're getting on to the penultimate lap of this race. Lap number 7 completed. Kai Hunter continues to lead the way. Foreign Mega at the moment has the fastest lap of the race. Sean Butcher now equals, did his personal best and has got to within a second of the 3:35 from Sunderland. And there's a little send. That's a nice little opportunity there for Foreign Mega to get through. That was on the 3:79 of Robbie Storder, and Devian Rost also gets through into turn number 7. Timer has hit 0. So lap 8 about to be completed. We go on to the 9th and final lap, and Kai Hunter leads the way, having started from 3rd position. Then it's Sean Butcher in 2nd place. Ethan Jeff Hall, Austin Lee, Paul Fokwemin, Farin Mega, Devian Host, Robbie Storder, Jort van Wijk and Frederik Zebis Christensen, who ran at the top 10, but the squabble for 2nd is going to go right down to the wire because you've got Sean Butcher, Ethan Jeff Hall and Austin Lee. Ethan Jeff Hall switches to the inside as Butcher tries to carry the momentum through, then sees where Austin Lee is, looks immediately to his left-hand side, and the 3:72 from Germany slots in behind the 3:02, based out of London. Spent a nice little time with family over in Australia, bearing in mind that's where him and his dad are originally from. But the checkered flag will be brandished this time. And Kai Hunter has managed to weather the storm in this 2nd senior Rotax heat. Butcher is trying to hold on to 3rd. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Hunter takes the win. Jeff Hall 2nd. 3rd, it's Sean Butcher. Not by much, though. 52 thousandths at the flag. Austin Lee in 4th. Paul Fokwemin in 5th. Farin Mega, good drive by the German. 9 places up to 6th. Devian Hurst rounding out the top 7 positions, gained 5 places. Oh, someone's front Nassau panel is looking a bit askew. Might have been Jake Bezelbeck in that particular occasion. Robbie Storder, Jort van Wijk, Frederik Zebis Christensen rounded out the top 10. Kai Gillets, Mika Barthélemy, Adam Valster, Matteo Pianizzola, Bramo Savarda finishing in 15th. Zach Scowler, one of the, also along with Zain El Homassani, a new recruit with Yaz Heat Academy before this race of the championship. Alexander Savinkov, Rafael Jesus, Jaren Schultz and Tristan Van Vliet round out the top 20. Mario Sidler finished in 21st ahead of Ragnar Simuland with Armanda Salonen, Paul Hamburg, Christoph Sala, Anton Morsing, Antoine Mahler, Gao Korenik, Matthew Higgins, Andrea Kostic, Simsep, Jake Bezelbeck and Romans Rodinovs rounding out the classified finishers, 33 in total. Then we had also Kazboz House, Kamal Murad and Jack Webster, unfortunately retiring in the early stages of the race.